Weibo Gaming playing through jungle mid this game, relying on Xiaohu and Tian to get a majority of these kills and resets going for themselves.
Similar to what we saw from the OMG games in their group during Demacia Cup, great ward coming out. They should be able to see these Raptors. And Tian, if he wants to move into mid, is looking potentially at a flash from Linfeng.
Tian can look to close the distance with a flash W, but because of the mist, he can just close the distance with the movement speed, and Linfeng is just going to accept his death. No point in burning the flash, and first blood and the first feat of strength is awarded to Tian and Weibo Gaming. Creating priority for Xiaohu in this lane. He's going to try to look for something mid lane as the shockwave connects. Xiaohu is in trouble, but he's going to pop between worlds and maybe look for a trade of 1v1 kills onto Linfeng, but he's just using it to create space, and he dodges away from Hung, and this guy gives time for Tian to now take grubs, knowing that Hung can't do anything. He's not level 6, there's no way to collapse.
Ooh, are they going to continue to push for this? If Tian's able to grab the last grub here, he's able to get level 6.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He might have to flash. Hong is going to tag him,
Oh,
and now Hong is in trouble, but the flash from the Braum tags him with the winner's bite. Concussive blows fully stacked. Xiaohu takes the second kill of the game.
So you still need to be able to kill a dragon. You probably still need to be able to finish the second camp of grubs, or maybe the herald that spawns at 16. But already on their way towards getting those feats of strength, which will be a really big boost in power for the Weibo squad. Don't think this is the objective for OMG, so now it's going to be the second objective here taken by Weibo. Maybe we see from the side of OMG they try to make a play after this objective is taken, but there's no level 6 here for Moham either.
Smite from TM, but there's the Paranoia Shockwave combo right onto him, but he flashes towards the wall, and then Heart breaks out to get out alive. Weibo Gaming not in any trouble at all whatsoever.
Hung is just getting spotted out. I think right now, so far in the first 10 minutes, Tian has had a masterclass in the jungle. Despite the lane swaps that were happening, he's been able to focus resources.
Linfeng still has a flash to work with. Xiaohu just chunking him out. Moham goes in for the Pop Blossom. Hong is taken down, but Tian is now going to look for the resets. No flash, no Heartbreaker. It's all on light to slow him down, and there's the first reset, as now he has access to another Heartbreaker if he can get in range, but Moham has already cleared distance.
He's just going to get the feats of strength here, so he's going to finish this. Hung's on the opposite side of the map. I'm sorry to cut you off, Mark, but that's such a huge deal, especially with how many people have been saying, hey, look, feats of strength are way too powerful. Tian's already finished a first item from the jungle position at 11 minutes here in the game. So many resources into this jungler. I mean, he's an incredibly strong Viego now.
There it is.
Fight. This comes to a point where, are they actually just trying to cancel? They're just canceling his TP now. So he's not going to be here in time.
Well, they're sending the Paranoia mid lane, trying to look for Starry, and, you know, damn through all the efforts, no flash available for Light, it's just a cleanse, and it's not enough to protect him from the 3-man dive that OMG orchestrated in the mid lane. Does give the window for Xiaohu to take out the bot tier 1 on the bottom side of the map.
But now you can even bring the two top laners to TP. I think we're just going to have to fight for this if you're Weibo.
Yeah, Xiaohu is collapsing, already dashes right onto Starry, but Moham with the Pop Blossom, another 2 people! Hung tries to flash in to connect the Shockwave, but he flashes away, it doesn't matter, Xiaohu still falls. All on Starry being able to stand up tall and deliver for OMG. Second dragon of the game goes to them as well. As, oh, boom. You know, ask and you shall receive. Weibo Gaming, you know, second dragon doesn't go their way, but they're back up on the map, up on their feet. The Rift Herald is secured for them. It's Nico, and going for the Proto Belt first finish, there's not going to be a Mikhails to give him that extra cleanse ability to deal with any incoming CC. As the Rift Herald charges into the mid-tier 1, they take it out. There won't be a subsequent charge going on for them. They might try to look for the collapse in the Linfeng, but the arrow sails wide.
If Linfeng had stayed a little bit longer, maybe about a second or two, we would have seen all of Weibo move on over to try to get those kills.
Weibo Gaming, as the rest of OMG, trying to wait in the brush, but the arrow connects right on top.
There's Moham!
With the counter engage. It stops them in their tracks. There goes Hung into the backline, trying to link his claws right down on Light, but Light is able to stand tall and deliver with the arrows, and the rest of the engage from OMG falls to its ground, and Weibo Gaming able to take out 3. They only lose Hong in the fight, but this is 2 objectives surely going over to Weibo.
It didn't even matter that Xiaohu got caught early. They weren't able to get that much damage. Hung and Linfeng did not find the engage onto Light, and that means it's going to be the dragon here for Weibo, like 18 flat magic pen and 10% magic penetration. This is absolutely insane. Xiaohu does a lot of damage, especially with the Storm Surge. It seems like OMG, they're going to try and fight after the Otacon, but they're going to already have the GA here for the side of Weibo.
Oh, they got a ward down, but Tian secures it. Hung goes into the backline, tries to look for Tian, but the GA pops from the Otacon objective. Moham
Can they
falls
win
to
this?
Xiaohu with the Between Worlds. OMG are still fishing. Maybe they can get Harry into the backline. Great use of the weirding to slow them down. Harry doesn't get a chance to lock down any further players as Breathe brings them in with the all-out, but Harry's in trouble as Light is pouring arrows right into the other backline, and Breathe is still alive, and he's going to force the issue. They've got the temporary GAs. It allows them to continue fighting, and Xiaohu is back on the map thanks to the teleport. He rejoins the fight. Tian is there as well. The Heartbreaker splits up Linfeng and Harry, as now Harry has nowhere else to go. Tian picks it up, and Dimitri, I think this is pretty much game for Weibo Gaming. Otacon secured, 6 grubs secured. Weibo Gaming 4,000 gold ahead. OMG, they are cooked.
That's it. I mean, they got the GA, and I was like, okay, that's great. You're able to grab the GA for yourselves. You know, you're having a numbers advantage, but I mean, the gold doesn't say all that much. It's about 5,000. It's going to be a lot more with all these turrets that are going to start to fall, but the feats of strength definitely start to add on.
Beautiful just positioning from Light and Breathe, playing around that Tribush choke point. And it's
Don't
so
look
hard
at Tian,
for...
please.
I'm not looking. Hey, you know what? I'm not looking. It's okay. I'm going to continue talking about the 2v4 essentially that Breathe and Light pulled off. Just being able to play that choke point, the fact that they cannot actually push through the volley of arrows since their health bars were so low. Harry thinking that this is, you know, a good push that they can make for it, but, you know, Weibo Gaming being able to just overcome it all. And a Grave Siege push on the top side nets them the first inhibitor of the game. Harry does get a chance to push on the bottom side and take this tier 2, but it only feels like a consolation prize in the back half.
It's going to be a little bit of gold. Maybe we can finish a third item on, you know, maybe someone like Linfeng coming into this next fight. Consistent for many, many years, and with a new jungler in Tian, it seems like it's kind of all coming together at the right moments. It is very early on. Again, this is our first game of the LPL season, but we got to see this Weibo roster play in the Demacia Cup, and they didn't quite make it to finals. They got all the way to semifinals. They were slotted in immediately, so they're always going to make top 8 because of the way that the bracket kind of shook out. But oh, Star's just dead. Okay.
Yep. As you called it out, Between Worlds locks him down, and Hung absorbed the arrow with the spell shield and the shine. This is not only a new jungler, as you already pointed out with Tian, but it's also a new support. And Hong is someone that we saw from the LNG days, you know, being remarkably aggressive, always having a very on this game. We've reached past the 25-minute mark, which is when Baron now spawns, as we have mentioned during the pre-draft of this game. Doesn't look like Weibo Gamer are actually committing to the Baron. They're just trying to look for a pick. Moham, good night. Hong does look for Light in the background, and he finds a trade kill back. But Harry could be next as Breathe now tries to jump forward, trying to create space. But the only carry left is Tian and Xiaohu, and Tian is low. They can play for Viego resets, but it's going to have to be on Breathe and Hong to make that space happen. And with Xiaohu already limited on the burst damage with no ulti available.
Dragon's already basically done now. They can't get in range.
Yeah, and it's in fog. Xiaohu just pops the ulti just to make sure that OMG cannot get through that choke point. Effective tool to deny any contest, and that is Mountain Soul secure for Weibo Gaming. This should be their fight to win. Harry is split off completely from the rest of the team. He's about to go Mega. There is complete darkness. The paranoid shockwave misses as Light is able to distance himself away. Big Gnar ultimate from Harry, but it's not doing much as it's trying to create an escape. A possibility for OMG, but Starry might be run down here. Still no flash. The winner's bite connects, and here comes Xiaohu. Looks for the weird. Good night, Starry. Talk about some damage from that.
It's a fight. They have a Mountain Soul now. You even have Bloodthirster coming in here for Light. If the 2 tanks here for Weibo decide to pick up their boot enchantments, they're going to get max HP shields based on the boots they got. But
sure. And then credit to them where it counted. There was a couple times when Weibo Gaming played the engage a little too fast, right? We talk about that second dragon fight where, hang on.
Here we go.
Conversation is now as Light forced to pop the stasis, tries to flash backwards. Moham follows up, closing the distance with that proto belt, and Hung tries to flash on top just to stay in range. but there's too many people protecting Light. This is going to send an arrow downtown. That might wet. That arrow's going to hit your fridge, Dimitri. Just watch out. Just stand to the side. Shockwave, it doesn't matter to breathe as he is unmovable in that W, and Harry tries to throw them all into their Nexus, but there's nothing else to be done for the side of OMG. Harry, the last man standing, is not going to be able to withstand this siege coming in from Weibo Gaming, and this is game one going over to them.
Oh my god, Weibo is literally diving them with Nexus turrets not even available to be hit. All the inhibitors were still up while Weibo are diving them.